Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Before we get to our current story, the heat, I wanted to show you, give you a little recap of all the severe weather that hit yesterday. Over 80% of the severe weather reports were wind damage or wind reports, and there's no doubt, you can see it. Southern Wisconsin, just south of Grand Rapids, and points basically through Indiana, Ohio, and you can follow that right down to the central Appalachians. Almost 600 reports, so I kind of plucked just a few of those more intense reports. Fort Wayne, Indiana, close to 100-mile-an-hour measured wind gust. O'Hare in Chicago, 84 mile an hour. Gluro in South Haven, which is basically buoying on the South Haven area, 82 miles an hour. And you can see Van Wert at 70 miles an hour. So fairly impressive winds, also impressive rain amounts, but very typical of convection. You can see some areas got it and some areas didn't. Right around the I-94 corridor, that's where some of the heaviest rain fell. You can see just south of Jackson, a little over about 2 to 3 inches worth of rain. Okay, here's a current view. Some fog rolling in the Holland area right now, and you can see breaking up the clouds in Muskegon. Grand Haven looking good. South Haven. Oh, that is the place you want to be at the beach next couple days. You got to find those ways to cool off. Right now, current temperature 79 in Grand Rapids, but as soon as you head south of Grand Rapids and even west, this is essentially right where the warm front is, right over the Grand Rapids Hastings area, and you'll be able to see temperature currently 90 in Benton Harbor, 80 in Sturgis, 86 in Kalamazoo, but that's just one factor to this heat. And then we have to deal with the increasing humidity. And this is by far the warmest dew point temperatures I've seen at 72 in Grand Rapids and 81 in Sturgis. Anytime it gets 81 degrees, that's just unbearable. Looking at a heat index temperature right now, when you combine the heat and humidity, it feels like 106 in Sturgis, 104 in Benton Harbor, 97 in Kalamazoo, and 95 in the Coldwater area. And you can follow that heat right down to the south. Current feel like reading Chicago, 100 degrees, along with St. Louis. And for them, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. Peak heat index today, about 105, where you see the advisory for Ottawa, Kent, Ionia counties to the south, and we have a warning for a peak heat index anywhere about most times around 105 to 110. And you can see no less than 20 states in some kind of heat advisory or warning, basically east of the Rockies. So this is probably, I thought this would be a good time to show that with all that heat out there. If you're heading out to the lakeshore, an ideal day. Wind, for the most part, is going to be offshore. Waves just calm to foot. Lots of sunshine. Bring the sunscreen. Okay, here's the setup. Here's that warm front I was talking about, just about through the Grand Rapids area and out ahead of it. You can see some clouds out there instead of storms like yesterday. How did this get in there? Okay, and again, where you can see all that heat out there. What's going on here? There we go. There's that system moving up to the north. And again, we're going to clear things out as those clouds shift to the east and northeast. Right now, here's the futurecast. You can see at 3 o'clock this afternoon, those clouds continue to pivot to the north along with that warm front. And so we're going to be squarely in this soupy, hot air mass right on through tomorrow. It's not going to be... basically, we have to make it through the next couple days, and then here comes the relief. Cold front off to the west of us, and a lot of times when you're in that heat, you can expect some decent storms, but here's the good news. This cold front's going to move through Wednesday night when the instability is at its lowest. Therefore, I think we'll just see a scattered line of some showers and thunderstorms move through, and we'll avoid the severe weather. But we want to avoid the heat. It's going to continue right on through Wednesday, then less humid, breezy, with temperatures in the mid-80s Thursday, and we continue that cooler pattern right through this upcoming weekend. Chance of storms for the tail end of the weekend on Sunday.
All right. It's going to be hot. I know you're going to be in the pool.
Yep.
I'll be in the basement here. Thanks, Matt.